Boss Mustafa, and a number of other people like that. But if you are saying that, see, these are the reality, this is the political reality. If we have to go and win votes in this place, I'm a candidate. He has said it beforehand. I'm in this election to win. We are not here to come and do, show up.
Yes.
Ashwaju Tinubu said that this election is what do you call it? It's lifelong ambition. It means that he has been aiming towards this for decades.
So probably all that he has been doing in the past was towards.
Of course, he has said it. No, if somebody said it's my lifelong ambition, people's lifelong ambition cannot just be scuttled because of anything. Whatever it is that will look like a stumbling block will be cleared off. So if Tinubu at that level feels that a northern Christian as his running mate would pose a threat to his lifelong ambition, of course you want to pull it through by going for whoever it is that can get him the vote. So that is the issue. So it is the choice of Tinubu to choose who his presidential candidate, his presidential running mate, who can work. So I don't think that he just feel that, okay, I don't want the northern Christian. I don't think that is it, and that's why I fought the communication as at that time. And going forward, you can see that there are bridge building along the line. Tinubu has met with the Christian Association of Nigeria, other
enemies of his campaign,
even the supposed opponent, the opposition for it, they were not against him. But what they are saying is that balance your ticket. But now that the ticket is not balanced, what do you do? We still have a number of people that can be convinced. The people that can be spoken to, people that can be related with, they say no. And you see, when he appeared before the Christian Association of Nigeria, what did he tell them? He said, it hurts me when people say that I am a bigot or something, or whatever it is. I have a wife who is a Christian,
who has been a Christian,
a pastor,
years.
Not just a pastor, in one of Nigeria's most populous Pentecostal churches.
And it's not that she just converted.
I know, she's even a pastor. She's even a pastor and a serving, senator in the house. So if I cannot convert Remi Tinubu from Christianity to Islam, and my children are similarly Christians, why should anybody have issue around? So, but then it is a matter of communication. But I don't know. I wouldn't know as I'm sitting down here, what kind of rapport may have been built, or the proverbial olive branch that may have been extended to the likes of Babachir Lawan and his the other Harrowhead, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, to say, you guys, what is wrong with you? Because at the time, when Dogara left the PDP for APC, a number of people thought that he was being propped to go and take over that in the event that Tinubu emerged, he would have emerged as the presidential running mate. But that did not come up. And of course, you can see the reaction immediately that immediately Tinubu, announced his running mate. All of them flared up and said, no, you cannot do this. They didn't believe it. That's why the party said that perhaps it is personal to them, but then when it comes to faith, I believe when it comes to faith should be personal.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it should be mixed with our political
Actually,
decisions.
Yes, in Nigerian politics, faith is a necessity.
Not just Nigeria.
I mean because of the diverse nature of this country, because of for different reasons. As a matter of fact, religion is very sensitive, and too sensitive for it to interfere in politics. But as it is, it has become a major issue. It has become a real issue in the political arena now. So if I think Babachir Lawan is probably bitter, like you said, because of personal reasons. It could be. Because he said, according to what he said in his comments in the newspapers, he said that as Christians, it's very difficult for them to get things done in the north. So now imagine a Muslim ticket. What becomes of them? That's the reason he gave. However, I want to ask, sir, do you think that this is agitation? I in my own way see it as maybe a payback to what he's been through in the hands of the APC government, even though he does not want to leave?
I don't think that this should be a form of payback. What kind of payback do you think someone should do? Babachir Lawal, a chieftain of the APC, he supported the presidency of President Muhammadu Buhari. And afterwards of that, he was appointed as the secretary to the government of the federation as a Christian from the north. He's from Adamawa State. I don't think anybody could have faulted that appointment. I mean, an SGF is not just an ordinary post. All the ministries that I know, federal ministries, have just one permanent secretary. The SGF has about 6 different permanent secretaries working under them. It has no fewer than 21 or 22 parastatals under it. So it is not just, it's a coordinating organ for the presidency itself. So it's not a small office. But of course, there was a cry about him running foul of the law with the allegation that there was spending on a grass cutting project that became a scandal, through which he was ousted from office. Of course, a government cannot say that I'm fighting corruption and you have a top member of the government, in a mess, getting accused in that capacity, and that government looked away. The day he was relieved of the appointment, he was sacked. But newsmen were in the villa telling him that the presidency has sacked, and he said, "Who is the presidency?" Wow! So that tells you the kind of the weight that Babachir Lawal carries, or that he carried in that government. But then, thankfully, he has gone to court, and the court has cleared him. But we don't know. I think the FCC is saying that they're going to want to go on appeal, on whatever it is. But then the truth is that it shouldn't have. I don't think that this has to do with payback. APC has been fair to him. If you have to look about his ranking in the government at the time that he was asked to go,
not minding his religion.
Not minding his religion. Of course, if not for that scandal, Boss Mustafa has been in that position since he left. Boss is also a Christian, I think, from Adamawa or Borno State, from Adamawa State, just like him. And there's not been any scandal about him. And that we have a president that is always reluctant in changing people. Even when it was obvious that most of his ministers were not performing between 2015 to 2019, the president still stuck to them that, no, these people can work with me. So I don't think that it is serving, or it serves any purpose for Babachir Lawal to say that I want to get back to the APC. But the truth is that the way I look at it, Babachir Lawal is from Adamawa State. The candidate of the PDP, the former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Waziri Adamawa, is from Adamawa State. I'm not saying that they are playing ethnic politics now. Why Tinubu is a Muslim and has a running mate of the Muslim faith. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a Muslim, a Fulani, and a Northerner, but has an Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta State, as his running mate, a Christian from the south. So this could be one of the reasons why this is happening. That whatever it is, this ticket looks like this ticket looks inclusive. This ticket looks like what we can run with. And this Atiku Abubakar has come to us, and we have told him what we want. And he has said that, well, if you support us, we are going to assist. The candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has equally reached to him. But this time around, Peter Obi is a Christian from the south that is running with Senator Dati Ahmed, a Muslim from Kaduna State, the north. So you can see the interplay of, I see an interplay of ethnic and religious infusion into how we make political decisions, which I think that, well, they are very, very sensitive. But as well, I think that maybe one day we will have an administration that will be able to
look beyond.
Truly a nationalistic leader that will be able to integrate Nigerians. Integrate Nigeria to the point that we will eliminate significantly, not completely. Even America has not eliminated that completely, but significantly in making political and electoral decisions. It is not fair. We see this because, like Babacha Lawa said, that the North the Christians in the North have been sidelined when it comes to getting job, and I don't think that is important. That should not be so. Whether you are a Muslim minority in minority in what do you call it, Delta, or in Cross River, or wherever, you should have the same opportunity as a Christian minority should have in Sokoto or in Kano. If we have a nation that functions that way, where our diversity, our religious beliefs are celebrated without any discrimination, I think then that we'll be moving gradually away from all this sentiment. It's not good for us, but then that's the reality.
Oh yes, it's a reality. But do you think that in this nation, considering that so many things are modeled together, so many religions put together, so many tribes put together, so many dialects put together, do you think that we can attain this oneness we are talking about?
I think we should be able to attain that level. It will not come by the day, and that's why I'm talking about having leaders that are patriotic and nationalistic in views and in beliefs. Most often, you ask people, why is it that you want a president from the North or a president from the South? It's because when it comes to our turn, we will benefit more. Should it work in that way? It shouldn't work in a way that you are only sensitive to becoming or to give the acclaimed dividend of democracy to the people based on where they come from, the religion they practice, or the kind of votes that they give to you. I think it is wrong. But then it's going to be gradual, and it's not just at the national level. The state where I come from, it is often it's always this balancing of ethnic and zonal and religious balancing too. When you have somebody coming from this side, you have the running mate coming that to balance it. Then, a nation that we have so much in pluralistic nature, our secularity, our diversity, but have not been properly managed. That is why we have gotten to where we are. But the truth is that
do you actually call it properly managed?
I said they have not been properly managed.
Yes, that's where I'm going to. Now I know that in most organizations, 10 on merit, you now move to catchment. The first 10 is from they scored in JAMB, they scored 250 to 270, 250 to 250. So you have picked the first 10 to 250. You stop at that. You now move to catchment areas. Catchment areas, the best from that catchment may have scored 170. Remember, we have left 250 behind here.
Yes.
So you bring in 170.
Yeah.
Then you move to educationally less privileged. Educationally less
Disadvantage,
privileged, there's less disadvantage. Maybe the person from there may have scored 120. You bring it in. So when the students now see themselves, I got 120 in JAMB, I got admission. Some of these children will now come home and say, how possible is it? It becomes an issue. Remember that happened in Ife some time ago, where a medical student, the best student, was not given admission because of this.
She came from.
So the analysis now, this federal character is killing our system. As far as I as a layman is concerned, do you think it is right we continue like that, or we allow the best? If we allow the best, for example, there was a time that the best 8 students in this country came from the Southwest. If Ife gives the 8 of them admission at once, the government will complain. NUC will tell them that this is not allowed in federal character. So out of the 8 now, 3 had to be dropped. 3 were picked, and then they moved to lower things. Are we not discouraging? I used that as an example, considering that it has cost a lot. Are we not discouraging the best of hands because of this federal character?
Thank you very much. At the point of the federal character level,
yes,
I think I still see it as the solution to managing our diversity today, to give every section of the country a sense of belonging. Yes, it brings some form of indolence and mediocrity, which is true, but then it also should aid in us the competitive spirit to make sure that we get the best among us, which the federal character stuff is denying us. But what do? We should get it back to push a lot of things back to the states. That's where I see the development of this nation, where the platform through which we can get the nation developed. Why must everything be about the nation? Why must we always turn to the Abuja?